Hello everybody, this is Mr. Wes Moore. I want to welcome you to the course. Glad to have you on board. I want to start off here by giving you an overview of chapter application 1. I want to walk through the directions with you, make sure you know how to do it. So let's go ahead and get started with that then. Alright, so assignment 1, chapter application 1, is called Best Economy for the Brand New Nation. And what we're going to do here is we're going to look at how we might choose an economy for a nation. I'm going to give you a situation here, and I want you to think about and answer some questions. All right, so here are the directions here. Imagine you're moving to a brand new island nation called Equatorium. Because of your experience with economics, you have been asked to pick which type of economic system the new nation will use. So basically, you get to come in as a consultant and tell this nation how to set up its economy. Here's some preliminary information. All right, it's an island nation and only 10,000 people on the island. No matter which economy you choose, which system you choose, the products that are made and sold and purchased will be the same. All right, so it's the same 10,000 people and the same set of products. And you're not going to trade with anyone. We're going to keep this very simple. You're only going to deal with what you can make on your nation, in your nation. So here are the two economic systems. We have what we call the smart people economy. That's one choice. And we have the common people economy. That's another. In the smart people economy, you're going to have 100 people out of that 10,000 that are going to make all the decisions for the economy. What to make, what to sell, how much you can sell it for, what the prices are going to be, what the workers are going to get paid. Everything. No matter what, this 100 people makes the decisions for the 9,900 others. And then the 9,900 others just have to do whatever that 100 says. That's called the smart people economy. And then we're going to have what we call a common people economy. And this is where the 9,900, they decide on their own as they go about their daily lives and make their decisions based on what's best for them. They decide what they're going to make, how much they're going to charge for it, who works where, and what each worker will get paid. Everything about the economy is decided by the everyday common people. There's no vote here, no political process. It's just going to happen as things go on. If you want to work in a certain place, you decide to work there. If you want to start a business, you decide to start it. The job in the common people economy of the other 100 is to develop systems and laws and other organizations that will help the 9,900 make their decisions about the economy. So they pass laws to help with contracts, those kinds of things. So the 100 support the 9,900 in the common people economy. But in the smart people economy, everybody works in essence for these 100 people because they make all the decisions. All right, so based on these two systems, I've got some questions I want you to answer. Now I have my ChatGPT AI warning here, which I should have in all of my assignments. You are not to put any of these questions into an AI such as ChatGPT. You're not to use it to gather or collect or write any of the information for this or any other assignment in my courses. If I suspect this, I'll give you a 0, and you may be turned in for an academic dishonesty violation, and which could result in you getting suspended from the course, thrown out of the course, or disciplined by the college. Don't do it. I pay attention. I can tell. I don't want to see this in my courses. All right, so based on these two systems, let's see what kind of questions we have. Number 1, under which system, the smart people economy or the common people economy, will consumers have more product options to choose from? All right. Now I want you to use items 3 and 4 in the list on page 36 of your textbook. That's section 2.4C, pure command system. Go and read those two weaknesses of pure command economies, because what we're going to find is the smart people economy is really a pure command system economy, and the common people economy is more like a free market. So I want you to go to the section 2-4C on page 36. I want you to read those two weaknesses and use that to help answer the question as to which which one would give you more product options. And then explain why this would be true from an economic standpoint. So don't just give me one answer. You give me an answer and explain why based on economics ideas. All right? Number 2, under which system would the products made be more likely to be bought by the consumers and not left on the shelves? All right, so which kind of system are the people going to go in and go, oh, I want that product, let me buy that product? Or which type might they go in and go, well, I don't really want that product, that's not what I need. And then we want to use item 1 on the list on page 36 to answer this. So don't answer these questions without referring to those specific items from page 36. And then I have in parentheses here, the key here is to ask in which of the two systems would those deciding what to make, buy, etc. have more information about what customers actually wanted. This system will be able to make more of what customers want. Explain why this would be true from an economic standpoint. Okay. Number 3, under which system would the workers be more satisfied with their jobs? Think about the two systems and ask yourself, which one of these would I want to work in, be a part of? And explain why this would be so. Number 4, under which system would the people have more personal freedom to make production, buying, and selling decisions? Use item 5 on the list on page 36 of your textbook. Explain why this would be so. So just ask yourself, in which one of these do I get to decide more what job I take, what products I buy, if I start a business, if I close a business, whatever? Which one of those two systems and why? Number 5, if the role of the 100 in each system is that of the government, so that's really the 100 people, that's really representing the government. Explain the difference in what the government would be asked to do in each system. Give examples of government activity for each. All right, so in the smart people economy, you've got 100 people, but what are they doing as the government? Well, hint, they're making all the decisions about what was made, what the prices are, and so on. So think about that and elaborate on that for me. But in the common people economy, the 100 people are doing a different set of things. What kinds of things are they doing? So give some thought to this. Number 6, which of the two systems listed above is more like a command socialist system and which is like a capitalist free market system? Explain why. I've already sort of given you that answer, but I want you to go in now based on what we've learned in this chapter, and I want you to explain why the first one is like a certain economy and the second one is like a different one. And then finally, which of these systems would you prefer to live under and why? All right, requirements. Must be 3 pages long. You can get 3 pages and not fully answer all the questions, so you've got to be thoroughly answering each question to get full credit. Some students will go do really well on number 6, up to number 6, and then on number 7, because they went over 3 pages, they just give me a real quick answer. Well, that doesn't matter. You'll lose points for number 7 because you weren't thorough. All right, number 2, thoroughly answer every part of the question. So when I say give examples, I want you to give examples. When I say explain why, you must explain why. Proper grammar, punctuation, and sentence structure must be used. I look at this and I take off for this. I recommend Grammarly.com. If you download that, you'll be able to look at all your papers and make sure that all the grammar is right. All right? But don't write up a text message for me. Don't do everything in one paragraph. Do it professionally, do it at an academic level like you would for a college course, which this is. Number 4, write out each question and put the answer under the question. Do not start the answer on the same line as the question. So, you got 7 questions here. I want you to put number 1, and I want you to type out the question. And then under that, I want you to start the answer. Number 2, and so on. Now, in long questions, like number 2, for example, you don't need to copy that whole thing. All right? You can just copy the first sentence, for example. The first, maybe in the last sentence, because the information in the middle is filler. Those questions don't count towards your page number. So if you typed all these out, this probably takes up a whole page double spaced. But you still have to give me thorough answers even if your questions are copied in, okay? Other requirements. It's got to be double spaced, not single spaced, not 1.5, double spaced. 12-point Times New Roman font, not 11, not 13, not Courier or Arial, Times New Roman. You have to learn to follow directions. Have your name and the date at the top of the first page only. Page number at the bottom right, okay, not the bottom left, not the top right, bottom right, and have 1-inch margins all around, which is pretty standard. All right, so that's your instructions for this first assignment. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.